पलकों में आऊं छुपा लूं नाजुक तन है तुम्हारा ओ आजा 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 You're looking real good, you're looking real nice, you're looking real good, you're looking nice, you're looking nice, you're looking nice, you're looking nice.
Hello everyone, welcome to Shanaz Musical Sensation. Well, with all the sunshine and the greenery, I feel like I'm in homeland Guyana. Well, I'm not in homeland Guyana. I'm right here in New York, Flushing Corona Park, but I did have an interview I want you guys to see. An interview of when I was in Guyana with the famous Mr. Nazim Hussain, a radio personality on 89.5. Mr. Nazim is a wonderful humanitarian and we've done so many projects together. So when I was in Guyana, of course, I said, hey, I'm stopping by your radio studio and here is the interview. So enjoy and keep it locked to Shanaz Musical Sensation. Week after week on Spectrum TV, Channel 96 in NYC, 24/7 on my website, www.shanazmusicalsensation.com. Enjoy.
Shanaz, welcome to Guyana again, and welcome to MMR Fireside Fridays.
Thank you, Mr. Nazim. Hey, happy Friday, and yes, it's a beautiful day in homeland Guyana. Big up to each and every one of you locked into the radio. Mr. Nazim Hussain keep us entertained all the time.
Shanaz, I know you've been doing a wonderful job on your radio programs for entertainment, but you're also doing fabulous work as a humanitarian. You've been doing this almost every year, sometimes twice a year. Is there any difference in this year that you're visiting?
This year, this is my second trip actually, trying to get things done, hands-on job, and I'm making progress with it, so I'm so glad for all the help and the support I got, just telling me to go ahead.
Yeah, well, you've been doing some charitable work. What was it you did this trip?
This trip, I just reached out to a few members who asked for Pampers, adult Pampers, and, women items and stuff like that, personal hygiene items, so I delivered those to humanitarian services, some personal in need, and I'm on my way assisting a family. This is my big project that I'm here to cover. It's a family, a few friends put together, and we are helping with a roof and windows for a family in need.
Well, that's excellent work. I want to commend you on that. I know you have been involved. In fact, a couple of years back, I did send some wheelchairs and I did deliver some to people.
Yes, you helped out a lot, always. Yeah. Thank you. And when I started, it's only recently I've named it Shanaz Mission Society, but when I started years ago, because we were on this joint venture, a lot of tasks we had acquired together and accomplished together.
Well, yeah, great. It must be very emotionally fulfilling for you to be able to give to the needy and the less fortunate and things like that.
Yes, it is, because let's put ourselves in that situation. If we couldn't afford something like a wheelchair or some Pampers, everyone is saying it's easy to get access to, but it's not as easy to make it sound. So let's say we were living in the top countryside, it's not easy accessible to these things, and it's a process. But right here living in New York, everyone is reaching out. They know my number. They know how to get in contact with me. And it seems like I might be far away, but I'm still the easiest contact to get in touch with.
Well, we just got locked on Facebook, but that's okay. I'm covering it otherwise. So, Shanaz, what actually birthed this thought that you want to give back to community, other than your personal feeling? What kind of, what really gave you the thought that you need to do this?
Growing up, since as a child, I saw my mom doing community service. She was always feeding the homeless in our, yard, cooking, cleaning them up, giving them a nice pair of clothing. So that entitled me to help others as well, and that is something we should all do. Continue helping.
That's where are you originally from?
Skellenberg East.
That's the best side, the east side.
Yes, that's where everyone goes to go to the 63 Beach and Crabwood Creek and Morrison Creek. So, I did move and lived in Albion Estate for a few years, but I love the countryside. And living in Georgetown, I could visit here, but I could go back to the countryside. I love it.
You had somebody working at Albion Estate?
My dad, yes, was a field foreman at Albion Estate.
Oh, great, so you lived at Albion.
Yes.
I have some roots there myself. Well, obviously, I have a Gaisuko background.
Our Guyana, what's her name? Miss Guyana. Her dad, we all lived in Albion, come from the same time.
I have some fond memories because I spent 10 years of my life in Gaisuko, mostly at Rosal Estate and then the Diamond Estate. So, Malgai Super has been the best training ground for me anyhow.
Yes, and it provided job opportunity to so many of our Guyanese.
Just want to shout out Pandit Chandra Prasad, aka Pandit Bud, out in New York, Bhupal Jagru, Andy Hussain, my nephew is locked in all the way in Canada, and the boss is locked in Queens, Mahendra Ramkelawan.
Hey, big up to my guy, Mr. Mahendra Ramkelawan, demo watch me.
Big up, you know, the biggest event 22nd of June in Guyana is going to be
Clash of the
Titans, the biggest event.
All your Indian clothing, Islamic wear, wholesale, retail, men, women, and children, call Zarina Fashion 347-859-0254. That number again is 347-859-0254. Men, women, and children, wholesale and retail, Zarina Fashions. Come on down and check us out. Unbeatable prices and the latest style. Zarina Fashions.
Gahey and Associates for all your legal matters including immigration, bankruptcy, matrimonial and family law, criminal law, personal injury, employment law. Call Gahey and Associates for free personal consultation. The consultation is free, but the advice may be priceless. Gahey and Associates.
Sending a package? Well, call King Solomon Logistics 718-658-1187. No shipment is too big or too small. Moving services? We ship worldwide. Free pickup 718-658-1187. 13409 Liberty Avenue, conveniently located. Yes, we are in Schenectady, Connecticut, and New Jersey, so call us for all your shipping. No shipment is too small or too big. 718-658-1187. Let's send a car or send a barrel. King Solomon Logistics.
দারুণ টেস্টি
বলেছিলাম না এটা ট্রাই করুন
সুস্বাদু খাবারের জন্য ট্রাই করুন জাকিস হালাল ফুড
সফট আর জুসি
জাকিস হালাল ফুড 108-15 11 Avenue South Richmond Hill.
Hello, this is actress and model Mahima Kothari from India, and I'm here to spread the good word about the awesome and incredible John from Queens YouTube channels and John from Queen other social media. Subscribe to John from Queens and John from Queens on YouTube. You can also follow him on Facebook and Instagram as well. You will get to see some really cool and super amazing videos, such as videos of planes, singers, dancers, vloggers, videos of the moon and the eclipse, the John from Queens show, the Disney and the Universal, and so much more.
My name is Paul King. I'm the Republican and conservative candidate for Congress in New York 5. And like pretty much every other Queens resident, I realize our migrant policies are a mess. From the open southern border to the shelters in 10 cities that are being jammed into our neighborhoods. So I'm proud to stand here today with Yatin Chu, with Dwayne Moore, our candidates for the New York State Legislature, and talk to you about real solutions. For quite a while now, I've been saying these crises represent a failure in government at every level. Federal, state, city. But at the federal level, it's not just failure anymore, it's a betrayal. It's a betrayal of Americans who cherish their citizenship and care about the rule of law. It's a betrayal for legal immigrants, people who came here the right way, who've been working hard for years, spending money, working towards having a green card, praying for the day when they could put their hand over their heart and say, I pledge allegiance to the United States of America. So it's wrong that people are being skipped ahead of them, the people who've done it the right way, by people who've come into the country illegally. It's also a betrayal for homeowners throughout Queens who've been worked for decades to build their American dreams, and now they're being undermined by the lawlessness that the government's allowing. And finally, it's a betrayal of our citizens most in need, be they veterans, be they homeless people, and even our children in schools, because their services are getting cut. The government's taking the funding away from them, and they're diverting it to people who entered the country illegally. This is a betrayal, and it must end. Now, my opponent Gregory Meeks, he's a longtime open border Democrat. He recently made an astounding claim. He said that this border crisis is the fault of Republicans. Now, Mr. Meeks' theory is that since we haven't supported comprehensive immigration reform, that's why there's a problem. Well, let's put his thesis to the test with facts. As you probably all know, for decades, Congress, under both parties, has failed to come up with solutions on the border and migration. However, the number of illegal immigrants coming across the southern border has been remarkably consistent through the Obama years, through the Trump years. What happens in 2021? Boom, it explodes. What changed? It had nothing to do with legislation. It had to do with Joe Biden going in the White House. It had to do with the Democrats taking over both houses of Congress, including Gregory Meeks as head of the Foreign Affairs Committee. On day one in office, President Biden started ripping out via executive order everything that worked under the Trump administration, and then went further with other methods, and then went further with parole to bring even more people into the country and then let them loose in our country. And we are feeling the effects here throughout Queens, and the people here need relief. So, what can we do at the federal level in that? So if we do these three actions, get H.R. 2 going again, fix the asylum system, go after the cartels, we can cut off the flow of illegal immigrants, we can cut off the flow of illicit drugs into our country. Now, of course, it's like when floodwaters recede, you still have lots of problems. So we need to aggressively cut off the floodwaters, but then we need to fix the problems here in New York, and those changes need to come in Albany. So I'm glad, again, to be here with Yatan, to be here with Dwayne, who are going to tell us what we can do in New York to solve these problems and help our citizens. Thank you.
You are locked on to Shanaz musical sensation, #1 choice for entertainment. Mr. Nice Vibe says so. Yeah.
None of us bigger than another artist or a presenter. I sometimes take a little pride in I've been involved in this industry for 40 years. I hit the stage as an MC for the first international show when I was only 8 years old. And I introduced, then she was known as Baby Bunty, but her name is Suliksana Pandit. She came with her father in the dance troupe, and my father gave me the opportunity to go on the stage. Similarly, like I did with Riaz, and he never turned back.
Right.
And it's the same with me. So people need to understand that when we hit whatever we're doing as what we call our profession, we're all equally, we could all make mistakes, we will all make progress, but we are all there. I have not heard any of my colleagues in radio claim to be better than any another one of us. Right. And it's sickening for artists to think that way.
Yes, it is. It is okay for me as a radio personality to say, you know what?
Yeah, you can say who's better.
This artist is done. That radio announcer is awesome. I like that. But for you to big up yourself and just think that you are the best out of others, it shows the person that you are.
Yeah.
And as I say, Clash of the Titan is a united show with so many artists bringing forward talent. Not just one person, but from everywhere. They're coming to perform one night in Guyana. And I was here last year. I had a fantastic time just watching the show from, I had a regular seat and I was awesome. I said, Mr. Mahendra, you did a fantastic job. That was an awesome production. So.
Well, I see Shalita Kemraj is saying, well said. Thank you very much, Shalita. It's not that we're looking for people to support what you've said, but I know that's the truth. Now, Shanaz, tell us a little bit about your personal life, if you wish to share a bit of your personal life.
Well, I'm still in the dialysis scene. I've been managing a dialysis center for the last 20 years, and one aspect I really wanted to build an affordable dialysis center in Berbice, but that's also why I'm here to foster that project and a women's shelter in Berbice. Last year I pondered upon that, and it would be nice if I could make it fruitful this year.
Well, I can tell you what, that is going to be fantastic, because I have been talking to dialysis patients and they are very, very concerned about the cost. I have had a friend of mine, Abigail Wong, on my program who is on dialysis, and explained the trauma
it is,
and the financial constraints, among other things, and so on. And that is going to be awesome project if we can get dialysis at a cheaper rate for Guyanese who are suffering. But I must commend, on that note, I must commend the government. They're offering $600,000 per year, but whilst it can't cover the entire year of dialysis, it is a tremendous help because no other government did that before.
Right, and you can always keep it as a backup when you need those funds, you know, to provide that for treatment for yourself, because someone living in New York, coming to Guyana, it's $20,000 sometimes they pay for one session, and sometimes an individual might need 3 sessions per week. So you have to keep some reserve.
Yeah, they have to do 3 sessions mostly. I have people that I know, and there's someone that I'm prohibited from mentioning his name, who is now on dialysis, sadly. You know. And
I have access to all those machines. I actually donated 2 of those machines, which is actually, one is $10,000 each. On a previous project we were working on, I donated 2 to an organization, which we didn't see the fruitfulness out of that as yet.
I hope it can become fruitful. I hope it bears fruit. Shanaz, on a personal front, like your family and things like that.
Everyone is awesome. My daughter just sent me a portrait that she's painting, and I sent her some from the hotel. I said, this is some portrait we have in the hotel. So I am encouraging them to pursue their habits and their love for art as well.
And after here, where are your other projects in Guyana, or when you're going back?
I should be leaving on Sunday because I do have a lot of things to get taken care of. Next week is a work week, and you have to do payroll for staff in the dialysis center. So we have to get that taken care of. I have that project in Berbice to take care of, the roof and the windows for our family. I want to thank our friends who supported us on that mission, and another Pampers, some delivery to do. But nevertheless, we did get invited for 7 curry, so we're heading to East Bank, Demerara for 7 curry.
All right, before you go, anything else you wish to say before we take...
Big up to homeland Guyana. I look forward to being in your company more often.
Shanaz, thank you very much for popping in the studio impromptu. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors, and as usual, stay as beautiful as you are.
Name to remember for all your insurance needs is Main Street Insurance Agency. Home, flood, auto, business, and the most important, your life. Stanley Raj, 718-848-7610. We are an independent agent with many carriers, so call us 24/7, 1-800-547-7991. Let us give you a code today.
Gehi and Associates for all your legal matters, including immigration, bankruptcy, matrimonial and family law, criminal law, personal injury, employment law. Call Gehi and Associates for free personal consultation. The consultation is free, but the advice may be priceless. Gehi and Associates.
All your Indian clothing, Islamic wear, wholesale, retail, men, women, and children, call Zarina Fashion 347-859-0254. That number again is 347-859-0254. Men, women, and children, wholesale and retail, Zarina Fashions. Come on down and check us out. Unbeatable prices and the latest style. Zarina Fashions. Sending a package? Well, call King Solomon Logistics 718-658-1187. No shipment is too big or too small. Moving services? We ship worldwide. Free pickup 718-658-1187. 13409 Liberty Avenue, conveniently located. Yes, we are in Schenectady, Connecticut, and New Jersey, so call us for all your shipping. No shipment is too small or too big. 718-658-1187. Let's send a car or send a barrel. King Solomon Logistics.
Hello everyone, this is actress and model Mahima Kothari from India. If you like entertaining videos and if you would like to see a variety of content, then don't forget to subscribe to John from Queens and John from Queens Free on YouTube. Also, please don't forget to inform your family and friends about it. Thank you so much.
দারুণ টেস্টি
বলেছিলাম না এটা ট্রাই করুন
সুস্বাদু খাবারের জন্য ট্রাই করুন জাকিস হালাল ফুড
সফট আর জুসি
জাকিস হালাল ফুড 108-15 11 Avenue, South Richmond Hill.
Imagine filling up Citi Field or Citi Field Stadium 4 times. That's how many people have come into our city in the past 2 years. And in those 2 years, we are housing and feeding migrants, and that's been putting a huge financial strain on our city. It's costing us $10 billion to keep 65,000 migrants in our system. That's about $140,000 per migrant household. Double what an average New Yorker make in wages. And us, we have to pay taxes, we have to pay for our housing, and we have to pay food to feed our families. To put that in greater perspective, we are spending 9 times more on an illegal migrant than we are spending on educating 1 child in our New York City public schools. On Thursday, I visited PS 18, an elementary school across from Creedmoor, where we have over 1,000 single men sheltered in those tents. At 2 p.m., a steady parade of adult men were walking down Hillside Avenue back to their tent. Several were also occupying benches across the tent right in front of a schoolyard for PS 18. I went to speak to the parents at dismissal. They told me that the schoolyard used to be crowded with kids, especially when the weather gets nicer like it is now. But now, few parents will take their kids to the schoolyard to play after dismissal. Our elected officials have prioritized illegal immigrants over the life of families and taxpayers in our well-kept neighborhoods. The financial burden and the impact to our city is not sustainable. Instead of budgeting an additional $2.4 billion, as Albany did in April for services for illegal migrants, we must defund all programs for illegal immigrants except the cost of a one-way bus ticket to leave our state. We need to end policies to incentivize illegal immigrants to stay. Start with passing Lakin's Law, which requires law enforcement and courts to notify ICE when an arrested person or defendant is not a U.S. citizen. We need to end the sanctuary state status altogether. We need to enforce labor laws that we have on the books and stop giving jobs away and start giving jobs to legal residents who want them. Undercutting our legal residents who follow the rules is unfair. Start by ensuring that the delivery app companies like Uber Eats and DoorDash have them audit their workers. These companies have made huge profits by allowing their business model to underpay illegal immigrants while taking away opportunities from legal residents. While we wait for something to be done by our federal government, and hopefully we get Paul in office in November, as New York State Senator, I would deter, deport, and defund to stop illegal immigrants from coming to New York. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for coming today. My name is Dwayne Moore, and I'm a New York State Assembly candidate in District 29. And we're here because we have a very important issue. The state of our city right now is deteriorating because we're allowing an unflowed check of people into our city that we're incentivizing by using our tax dollars to take care of them. And while we're standing right here in front of a hotel that they changed into a migrant shelter, it's right next to an apartment building, residential. And behind that is a school. Now, a lot of us is focused on not only the financial impact that this crisis is having, the New York State Assembly allocating over $2.3 billion to take care of the migrants. That's money that's not going to fix the roads. That's money that's not going to fix our infrastructure. That's money that's not going to mitigate flooding. That's going to help people and subsidize people to break out federal immigration laws. But as I said, the school behind us, it's about our kids' future. In New York State, less than 50% of the kids read on grade level. And 36% of black kids in New York State are reading on grade level. How can we afford to spend billions of dollars on kids and people that are not even our citizens when our own kids are failing? And then on top of that, they've added an additional 10,000 migrant kids to an already overstretched school system that already has a historic teacher shortage, where we don't have enough specialized program for our kids that already need extra help to be able to be our leaders, to be our future inventors. So you're flooding our schools with 10,000 kids that don't speak English when we already have a teacher shortage that is literally taking the future from our kids. This is a 5-alarm fire. This is unacceptable. And this is not being against the migrants. This is about being for our country. This is about being for our city first. Our tax dollars are supposed to be for us. Our politicians are elected to take care of us, and they have neglected to do their duty.
Gehi and Associates for all your legal matters, including immigration, bankruptcy, matrimonial and family law, criminal law, personal injury, employment law. Call Gehi and Associates for free personal consultation. The consultation is free, but the advice may be priceless. Gehi and Associates.
Sparkle looking like new? Call the guys at Foreign Car Wash. Leave it to the best. Foreign Car Wash. We are specialized in all the major brands, and we can make your car, your ride, look like new. Enjoying driving? Enjoy a clean car. Leave it to specialists at Foreign Car Wash. We are specialized in all the high-end cars, and your cars will be in good hands. Stop by Foreign Car Wash today.
Namaste. This is actress and model Mahima Kothari from India, and I'm here to spread the good word about the terrific and super incredible John from Queens YouTube channels and John from Queens other social media. Subscribe to John from Queens and John from Queens on YouTube. You can follow him on Facebook and Instagram as well. You will get to see some really cool and super entertaining videos and thousands upon thousands of HD quality videos, such as videos of planes, singers, dancers, vloggers, the Disney and the Universal, the John from Queens show, and so much more. So what are you waiting for? Please go and subscribe right away. Dhanyavad. Thank you so much.
Sending a package? Well, call King Solomon Logistics 718-658-1187. No shipment is too big or too small. Moving services? We ship worldwide. Free pickup. 718-658-1187. 13409 Liberty Avenue, conveniently located. Yes, we are in Schenectady, Connecticut, and New Jersey, so call us for all your shipping. No shipment is too small or too big. 718-658-1187. Let's send a car or send a barrel. King Solomon Logistics.
দারুণ টেস্টি
বলেছিলাম না এটা ট্রাই করুন
সুস্বাদু খাবারের জন্য ট্রাই করুন জাকিস হালাল ফুড
সফট আর জুসি
জাকিস হালাল ফুড 108-15 11 Avenue South Richmond Hill.
Reminiscing of our trip in homeland Guyana, it was a great trip. We did so many projects, I met so many wonderful folks, and indeed, it's great doing humanitarian mission. If you have a wheelchair, a walker, or any medical supplies that you would like to donate, do reach out to me, Shanaz Hussain, on Facebook. Shanaz Mission Society is my 501c, but for the last decade, I've been doing this on my own with my friends and family. Thank you for all your support, all your help, and all your loyalty. Thank you for watching Shanaz Musical Sensation. I do hope you enjoyed that interview with Mr. Nazim Hussain on 89.5. Hey, Shanaz Musical Sensation 89.5. You never know. Thank you guys for being in my company.
आजा आजा मैं हूँ प्यार तेरा अल्लाह अल्लाह दिल प्यार तेरा ओ आजा 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 You're looking real good You're looking real nice. You're looking real